Hello and welcome to Berlin's 96 localities, my series on the localities of Berlin. I am today in Fennpfuhl and I'm gonna show you on the map where we are exactly right now.
Fennpfuhl belongs to the district of Lichtenberg. By size, it is one of the smallest localities of Berlin. However, with a population of almost 16,000 people per square kilometer, it is the second densest locality after Friedenau. The S-Bahn ring passes Fennpfuhl at the southwest. The stations Landsberger Allee and Storkower Straße are close. The heart of Fennpfuhl is the Fennpfuhl Park. The locality is dominated by big residential complexes built in the GDR times.
So I want to give you a short overview on what you can expect on this tour. Well, I think it will be pretty much be dominated by these GDR apartment blocks, as much of this quarter was built during this time. But still there is a really old house from the early 20th century and I want to find it and show it to you. Then we are going to go to the Fennpfuhl Park, so a park of the same name as the locality. And we're gonna look for an area of gardens, small gardens, in which a famous former entertainer of Jewish origin hid during the Nazi regime and survived that time. Okay, I would say let's lose no time and let's go.
Pretty much the whole locality was planned and realized in the 1970s and 1980s, with minor modernizations down to the present day. The general idea of tall buildings with recreation areas and decentral shopping and education opportunities in between is clearly visible all over the locality. The main transportation vehicle is the tram. Like for most other localities of Berlin's northeast, it is the most reliable and important mean to go from A to B. You still have significant traces from the GDR times. Letters from different languages in front of a school, concrete patterns on a wall, and a weird-looking metallic construction on a square are just a few examples. You can also find street art from these days, however.
Behind me you can see the oldest building of the locality. It was built in 1905-1906 and therefore is a bit more than 110 years old. The Grinderside, as it was called here in German, was a time when they put a lot of effort in the houses to make them beautiful. Unfortunately, this house currently is under refurbishment. If I turn around in this direction, behind me there is the park that I mentioned in the beginning, the Fennpfuhl Park. So this is the next thing on our list and I think that we should check it out now.
The Fennpfuhl Park covers an area of almost 100,000 square meters, and on a bright sunny day in early spring it looks amazing. The S-shaped lake attracts plenty of birds like ducks, pigeons and crows. I even saw a cormorant. Some of the birds were not getting along with each other too well though. The park features a bunch of artworks from different eras, the latest one being just a few hours old and probably gone by now.
I am right in front of a school and in front of this school there is a memorial, a small one. I will give you some more detailed shots of it. And this memorial site is for Hans Rosenthal. I mentioned him in the beginning. He was a showmaster on German television and his best known show was Dalli Dalli, which was running especially in the 80s. And he was of Jewish origin. So when he was young, during the Nazi regime, he had to hide. And there were some people who would hide him here in this colony called Dreieinigkeit, which means Trinity, and it was of course very dangerous. This memorial provides a little bit of information, also the exact location of where the former colony and the hut where he lived for some time was. So I'm gonna go there and see if I can find some traces.
As you can see, the colony is no more. The area is now covered by a school and a sports field as well as by apartment blocks. There is an elementary school with the name of Hans Rosenthal in it nearby, however. So the school and the memorial site remind us of these dark days.
This is it. I have reached the final stop. I have reached the very northeastern border of Fennpfuhl, which means that this time I've covered all the way from the very west to the very east of the locality. But I have to admit that it wasn't that difficult because the distance was not too far. Still, I hope you enjoyed this tour and I hope to see you next time. Cheers!